We're going to go to Francis Warren now. A promoter now, Francis Warren. Simple question to him. What fight or fights would you like to see in the next 12 or so months? Here's young Francis, not Mike Costello, from earlier.
Well, fights I think that we could obviously get on and put on ourselves. Obviously, I think the big fight that everyone wants to see is Cleverly Bellew. I think Tony's, obviously, you saw his performance at the press conference back in May. And you could see then how much he wanted it. Obviously, there was the problems with his weight at the time, but he's absolutely.
But that wasn't his fault. That wasn't his fault for us, was it? Because he could have like 28 hours notice or something.
Yeah, and of course, he got given the opportunity to make the weight, and Tony being the type of guy he is and the dedicated fighter he is, he saw the opportunity of fighting for a world title and just tried. Hard to try and jump on the opportunity.
Now, what about you and your brother George? You're going to also be promoted. Is it Queensbury Boxing? What about fights you'd like to put on? Like builder fights that build fighters up into being champions. Champions don't come overnight; they take months or years.
Yeah, of course not. Of course. Well, we're working on a few things at the minute, but I think what me and my brother are looking to do with Queensbury Promotions is to take some of the younger guys that are already on, fighting for Frank Warren Promotions, and get them out regularly and get them fighting.
Keep them busy.
A lot more. Keep everyone busy. We're the first one we're looking to put on is going to be at York Hall on the 30th of September.
Yep.
And we're just dotting all the I's and crossing the T's on it. But I think we're going to have Liam Wolf fighting Paul Appleby.
Oh, that's okay. So
that's for the Commonwealth title. So that's the first one. It's a good one to start with for us personally, and it's going to be it's a great fight.
What about someone like Kevin Mitchell? I mean, you're around everybody in the office there. Is it going to be a world title fight for Mitchell in Fury? And will he have to go overseas, or do you think you can get it here?
The fight that I know that he's desperate for, and I think that we all want to see Kevin have is that rematch with Katsidis.
Yeah, cool.
I think it's to exercise any ghost of any problems that he had last year. He started that with an absolute barnstorming performance against John Murray in Liverpool a couple of weeks back. But we have made the offer to Katsidis, and at the minute he doesn't want to know, because I think maybe he's seen that performance and against John, and think he got Kevin on the right night.
Yeah, well, he certainly did get Kevin on the right night, but mainly because Kevin presented himself, as he said, on a plate to the guy, didn't he? Sort of handed himself over as Kevin admitted.
Yeah, I mean, if that Kevin Mitchell against Prescott or the Kevin Mitchell against John Murray turned up, back in Upton Park back in May, we'd be talking about Kevin, the world champion, already by now.
Yeah, we could be. We might be talking about Kevin having his full 4/5 fight. Let me ask you this, Francis. I have to do this. You've got to give me a fight now that's not involved with you or Frank Warren Promotions. A fight that you're going to pay your 15 or not 15 quid. Pay your 50 quid. Go up in the cheap seats and enjoy. What fight would it be in Britain?
I'd love to see again is to get Kessler over here and give Frotch another fight.
Yeah, that's a biggie for next year.
I think Cole's got a bad, not a bad decision, but it could have gone either way. I had, to be honest, I had him winning the fight, and I'd love to see him get the opportunity, because he's a great fighter, Cole, and I love watching Cole Frotch fight, and he's a very, very tough guy, come forward guy, and I'd love to see Kessler give him another shot in Nottingham. That'd be a fantastic night.
Yeah, you'd gut for that, wouldn't you?
Yeah, without a doubt.
Oh, no.
More than anything, I'd love getting to as many fights as possible.
Yeah, good. I like it when promoters talk about fighters they don't promote and actually say they're good fighters, and I enjoy watching them, because I tell you what, there's not that many that do that, and I think it's good that you do it that way. I really do. All right, so what about... Well,
it's boxing at the end of the day, and we're all in the same game. Obviously, we look after our own, but at the end of the day, we want to see British fighters do well.
Sure. Now, I'm going to ask you this, what about Derek Del Boy Chisora? Where would you go about bringing him back, Francis? There's plenty of ideas out there. What would be your idea? If I had to put you on the spot, you've got to plan the return of Derek Del Boy Chisora. What would you do?
I spoke to him last week, and he said he might just bring up David Hay and say, does he want to get it on? In an ideal world, that would be a great fight to get on for the British public. It gives both guys a fantastic chance to vindicate themselves after both of them put in pretty poor performances against Klitschko and Fury, respectively.
That's one way to look at it, yeah. And I bumped into Del Boy in the street, and that's exactly what he told me. He said, "Steve, I was about to say a rematch with Fury," and he went, "No, we can build up for a bigger fight." He said, "I want David A." Hey.
Yeah, I mean, he doesn't mess about, Del Boy, but he's thoroughly disappointed with himself for his performance last week.
Oh, he was on the floor, wasn't he?
But yeah, I mean, you know as well as I do, that wasn't Derek that turned up that night. But at the end of the day, you got to turn up on when you got opportunities, and he just didn't do it.
And listen, that happens. Listen, Francis, we'll speak to you very soon. Thanks very much for joining us today.
Nice one. Cheers, Steve.
That was young Francis Warren talking to me earlier. So that's Liam Walsh defending his Commonwealth Super Featherweight title at York Hall on Friday, September the 30th, against Paul Appleby, the promoter, Francis Warren, and his brother, George. That's nice. I always like that. Now,